Welcome back to Capitol Review. The RFK deal is ruffling some feathers in Maryland. Some sports fans worry about what will happen to the old stadium. Governor Wes Moore says that he has been preparing for the possibility of the move back to the district. Governor says that his priority is developing the Landover community in the years ahead, and he made it clear that Maryland will not be left with an RFK stadium in the community. Months ago, the governor executed a memorandum of understanding with the Commanders to outline commitments from the team in the event of a move. The team committed to carrying out a speedy demolition and providing maintenance and security during redevelopment.
My vision is that we're going to have something that's going to be actually community involved, but something that's going to be a real live, work, play environment where we are going to involve things like housing. We're going to involve things like entertainment. That's going to be an attraction.
The Commanders' lease at Northwest Stadium runs through 2027. Well, joining Capitol Review is Prince George's County Council Chairman Edward Burroughs. Mr. Chairman, welcome to Capitol Review.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we're always glad to have you. What was your initial reaction to the news that D.C. and the Washington Commanders reached a deal to move the team back to the district?
I was initially disappointed. As a native of this region, it's always disappointing when you lose a major sports institution like the Commanders. At the same time, I do see this as an opportunity to replace the stadium with something that will be uplifting and helpful for the residents of the immediate surrounding community and the county as a whole.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, you talk about moving forward and putting things in place to help replace the loss of the Commanders. Talk about some ideas that come to mind.
The loss to the Commanders was not a surprise to the county or to the state. It was clear that they had signaled their desire to go to Washington, D.C., and they've been signaling that for so long. And because of that, the state and the county has I have reviewed some proposals for what to do instead of the stadium, and frankly, some of those proposals seem a little more exciting than having the stadium to some degree. And so I agree with the governor that I do not believe this will sit as an eyesore for decades. We'll be working with the Commanders along with the state and other partners in the county government to ensure that what we replace it with is uplifting, not only for the immediate neighborhood, but to the taxpayers across the county.
Mr. Chairman, we're still obviously years away, but what impact could this have short term for the county and the region?
Well, they'll be here at minimum for another 5 seasons. And so in the short term, I don't anticipate it having any major economic impact on the county. I do believe that once they go to RFK, if that's where they end up, what we replace it with, I anticipate bringing in more tax revenue than the stadium generated while it was here.
Interesting. You still say that it is years away, and that is true. Do you think Prince George's County fans will continue to cheer for the Commanders, or do you anticipate maybe some may defect to that team in Baltimore?
No, the Commanders fans are loyal. They will stay Commanders fans, I anticipate. Most of our county residents, especially the ones who've been around for quite some time, are actually natives of Washington, D.C., like my parents. And so I don't anticipate them losing any fan base. In fact, it is disappointing the moment that they started to win that they have decided to go to Washington, D.C., because for so many games, I know my father watches and screams at the TV as they were losing so much. So who knows?
You were just talking about, the impact that the team had on your father. Do you anticipate that these next 4 or 5 seasons remaining in the county will be special and fans will embrace the remaining years?
I believe so. I really do. I think these last 5 seasons will be very special. At the same time, RFK is not so far away, in my view. Actually, they're parts of the county that we're in a large county, and so driving to RFK might not be so different than driving to Largo for some county residents. And so I think it's up to us to make sure that whatever replaces this stadium is helpful and it generates tax revenue for the county, and it's something special. And like I said, I've already started reviewing those plans, and I'm very excited about what we have as an opportunity here.
Chairman Burroughs, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And coming up, the John Reed controversy continues to shake Virginia's Republican Party. Those details ahead. You're watching Capitol Review. Please stay with us.